at the Shelby County Speedway, as they're going to have their weekly IMCA action with special guests. The Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series West will be in action. So we're going to have some great action going on there. And then, of course, a week from tomorrow night, we wrap it up as we do every Sunday at the new Raceway Park for IMCA action there. So let's take a look at your first heat of 2 of your IMCA Modifieds presented by Pitts Chiropractic. It's Ashley Schaff and Sean Berrigan in row 1. Alex and Craig Reitz occupy row 2. Red Munson, Jeff James, row 3. Working with the mods. That's going to be Sean Berrigan with the early advantage. Craig Reitz in second, Ashley Schaff in third. Battle is on for 4th and 5th between Alex Reitz and Jeff James. Oh, they're 3 wide for a moment. Alex Reitz poked it in there on the low side deep. They went 3 wide. Him, James, and Schaff. Nothing shaking, bacon. Up front, it is all Sean Berrigan leading. Craig Reitz still sitting in that second place spot. Jeff James still third. Ashley Schaff sitting in fourth. And Red Munson now taking over that 5th place spot. As Sean Berrigan, the Sergeant Bluff, Iowa resident, ticks off another lap. Of course, you'll see him tomorrow night up at the new Raceway Park in Jefferson, South Dakota, as you saw him last night at the Crawford County Speedway in Denison. He is starting to extend his gap over the 1R of from Craig Reitz. It is Berrigan, Reitz, James, Schaff, and Alex Reitz. Your top 5 as Alex Reitz and Red Munson are trading that 5th spot back and forth. Three laps to go for Sean Berrigan. He'll be coming down to see the green flag in the air for 2 to go. And his lead has grown substantially. Barring any kind of mechanical problem or anything wonky, this is how it is going to finish. At least for the top 3. Ashley Schaff, Red Munson, and Alex Reitz still battling it out for 4th, 5th, and 6th respectively. White flag is out up front for Berrigan. But Ashley Schaff trying to make another run underneath the 2 of Munson, as Alex Reitz he called no joy. He is done for the heat race. But coming out turn 4, it's going to be all Sean Berrigan with the win. Craig Reitz in second. Jeff James in third. Red Munson will take over 4th, and Ashley Schaff will round out the top 5.
Ashley Schaff.
Row number 2 to the inside. That's going to be the 92 of Jeff Stevens. And to the outside, the 19J of Jeff Jones. Your final starter. This guy is probably one of the most on-fire guys right now, as he has picked up several wins up at the new Raceway Park. Picked up not only another win at the Crawford County Speedway last night, but extended his points lead. And finally, just 3 weeks ago, picked up his very first A-feature victory here at the Shelby County Speedway after many years of trying. That is the Mapleton Farm boy, Jim Teese, in car 23. We'll see if he's got the super tune on the combine tonight. RPMs come up, and we are green. And it's going to be Trey Klein with the early advantage. Jeff Jones in second. Hermson bobbles just a little bit. That's going to allow Stevens and Teese to battle side by side for 3rd and 4th. Give 3rd to that Teese kid. Jim Teese is making hay, bailing it, and putting it away tonight. as he is sitting currently third, working on trying to catch up to the 19J of Jeff Jones. Meanwhile, up front, it is Trey Klein starting to gap Jones. The gap between first and second is growing. Nick Hermson calling no joy, pulling the pit side. He'll be done. Oh, we got a car up at turn 4, slow. That is gonna, that's gonna be the 92 of Jeff Stevens with a blown right rear tire. His heat race is done. But we are halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. It is still Trey Klein leading Jeff Jones, Jim Teese. And that is your whole field. And as your 3 remaining competitors go streaking by once again with 3 to go. The field is gapped quite a bit. But it looks like we might have a problem with Jim Teese. Speaking of hood pins on down and dirty Dusty Van Horn's trunk lid, looks like somebody forgot the hood pins on the hood of Teese's car. It is completely bent over backwards and impeding his vision, but he is still on the gas. Vision's overrated. You don't need to see the race anyhow, ladies and gentlemen. And apparently Jim Teese is showing that in spades right now. 1 lap to go. Trey Klein, Jeff Jones working on catching up to the double OK of Trey Klein. But coming out of 4, it is going to be Trey Klein leading wire to wire. Jeff Jones in second. And a yeoman's effort for the Mapleton Farm Boy as he raced without being able to see for the whole back half of that heat race. Jim Teese will finish in 3rd.
And Trey Klein bringing him around. Who you riding with? Sean Berrigan, Nick Hermson. Get up, make some noise, wave these guys on and gals. Greg Reeds, Jeff Jones, Red Munson, Jim Teese, Jeff James now.
So once again, normally this would be the nightcap of the night, but once again, because of James Buwalda, this being the James Buwalda Memorial, it is going to be your IMCA stock cars presented by Pizza Ranch that are going to be the nightcap of the night, honoring the late, great James Buwalda. So as they come through turn number 3, they're getting ready to turn the wick up. It's time to release the hounds. We're Modified Racing. It's going to be Trey Klein with the early advantage as the high line seems to be the right line as he leaves Ashley Schaff in the dust. Schaff now under attack from the 92 of Jeff Stevens and the 88 of Sean Berrigan. Stevens going to get by, as is Berrigan. Now it looks like Jeff Jones wanting to get by the 95 of Schaff, as does the 1R of Craig Reeds, the 2 of Red Munson. It is Trey Klein leading, Jeff Stevens second, Sean Berrigan third, Craig Reeds in fourth, and then Jeff Jones in fifth with Red Munson trying to get by him on the outside. Jeff James on the inside. Oh, big bobble by Munson. Munson is going to fall back, as is the 1AR of Alex Reeds. And here comes the Mapleton Farm Boy. Jim Teese has moved up 2 spots from the starting position. Now going to work on the 2 of Red Munson. He has been one of the hottest modified drivers in the region so far here this last month and a half. But up front, it is all Trey Klein leading. Jeff Stevens, however, former track champion here at Shelby County Speedway, is starting to reel him in. Berrigan, Reitz, and Jones, your top 5. Meanwhile, Jim Teese has caught the back bumper of the 2 of Munson, as Munson is trying to catch the back bumper of the 19J of Jones. And indeed, Teese going to battle with the 2 of Brandon Red Munson, trying to get that 6th place spot to see if he can advance up to a top 5 position. Another lap clicked off. That is 7 down, 13 to go. The only battle on the track that might be heating up at this moment, that is the Jeff Jones and Craig Reitz battle. Jeff Stevens is working his way up to the back bumper of Trey Klein, but hasn't quite made it yet. Jeff Stevens is reeling in the double OK of Trey Klein. As they come down this time, Chief Sterling Pugh shows them the cross flags. Halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go. Every time out of 2, Stevens eats up a little more ground on the double OK, Trey Klein. Knock, knock, Trey. Who's there? It's Jeff Stevens. Right on the back bumper of the double OK. Now he's caught him. Let's see if he can pass him. Stays right in Trey Klein's wheel tracks. Possibly studying his line. See where he may or may not mess up. See where the best time to pounce me. Now he's going to do it. He slings to the low side, trying to pull a slide up. Arby's his open slider! Jeff Stevens pulled a slide job. Trey Klein did the word for all to turn it back to the low side and go right back by. But ladies and gentlemen, the lead battle is on. Jeff Stevens again right in the back. Oh, and caution is out. Oh, and a big chunk of debris right in the middle of the exit of turn number 4.
We got a piece of debris down in turn number 4.
Seven laps to go here at the Shelby County Speedway for Pizza Ranch James Bowaldo Memorial Night. Mods are cranked back up. And it's going to be Trey Klein with a wonderful start. But Jeff Stevens with a power move off of 2. He's going to get right back to the back bumper. He's going to set him up again. Is Stevens going to go to the Arby's? No, can't quite do it. Ow! Trey Klein! Big puff of smoke out of the car. He breaks. Trey Klein is done. But in the midst, Jeff Stevens got hung up. And Craig Reitz ended up with the lead. Debris in turn 4, you got to think that's got to be parts and pieces of whatever broke. Last night, Trey Klein leading again and broke. What a heartbreaker as the bitter smell of burnt rubber wafts the air. Going green this next time by with just 6 laps to go. 14 down, 6 to go right here from the Shelby County Speedway, Harlan, Iowa. We're back to green. And it is Jim Teese going to work on the 1R of Craig Reitz, trying to get that lead. Reitz is going to get by him, but not by much. Teese able to put himself right in between Reitz and Stevens as they all go a little bit on the high side. Now Jeff Stevens on the low side of Jim Teese. Not quite able to clear him though. We're going to be coming down to see 4 laps to go this time by. It is Craig Reitz leading. Side by side is Stevens and Teese for second and third. Berrigan and Jeff Jones battling it out for fourth and fifth. Stevens gets by Teese, Teese gets by Stevens. Meanwhile, all of this is behind Craig Reitz, who's saying, hey, you guys keep messing around. I'm going to pull away and win in here in 3 laps. Jeff Stevens not only able to dispense of Jim Teese, but he is on the back bumper of the 1R. 2 laps to go. Can Reitz hold off Stevens? Oh, problems for Rhett Munson. He is off the pace. They're going to be coming out to see the white flag this time by Jeff Stevens, following right in the tire tracks of the 1R of Craig Reitz. Is he setting him up? Oh no, a little bit of a bobble from Stevens. Reitz able to get away. As smoke starts coming out of the Stevens car, Craig Reitz is going to win. Jeff Stevens will hang on for second. Jim Teese third. Sean Berrigan fourth, and Jeff James round out your top 5 tonight.
How about that for an IMCA Modified feature? What a shootout. And up next, we've got the